My name is James Sykes, I'm 31 years old and I am a writer. I heard about synthesis through someone that came here to a retreat last year, and they spoke really highly of their experience and the transformative effects of it, and it sounded like something that would be just hugely beneficial to me. So I was a primary school teacher for 10 years and I recently decided to leave that career behind and try something which has always been a passion for me, which was writing books for children. So at this stage of my life now, I've recently taken that jump. I'm a couple of months into working as a professional storyteller, and I'm looking for possibly some creative insights, a bit more clarity about where I want to go. I think for me, what brought me to synthesis was a desire to look at how I've lived my life for the last 10 or so years, particularly with my career. So for me, I think what might come up is the feelings of perhaps wasted time, and within that, more clarity about what I need to do to live a more worthwhile life, personally, for myself. So when I first thought about the effects of psychedelics, before I researched into it and before I had my first day at synthesis, I had those kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Stereotypical views of what that might be. So in my mind, psychedelics felt like bright colours, intricate patterns, and a feeling of being outside of yourself. And reflecting on that, it feels quite superficial. So having talked to the people at synthesis, I feel that I'm really looking forward to the inward journey. I think you go into any new activity with a certain amount of trepidation, particularly with something that you're maybe conditioned not to be open to. So for me, I have been saying to people today that I feel as prepared as I can be for being unprepared, which I think is the whole spirit of the psychedelic experience. Today, I feel like all of the ideas I had and the feelings I had before the ceremony have dispersed, and kind of it's the beginning of a new phase. So I'm taking it slow and just kind of re-examining the world around me really at the moment. So as this was my first psychedelic experience, I only had my preconceptions really to go on what I thought it might be like. We did a lot of work in talking with our facilitators about what the journey would be like. And you think to yourself, yeah, I can understand that on a logical level, but until you felt that and lived that yourself, it's hard to believe it. But what I found was an immense feeling of connection to the people around me, to the world around me, to myself. I was able to rely on the preparation we'd done, so I leaned into uncomfortable feelings. I left myself open to experience. I talked to the visions I saw, and I communicated with the feelings I had, and it was a really profound sense of oneness. I came to synthesis originally because I wanted guidance on where my career as a writer may go, and I wanted perspective on the years I'd spent as a teacher, which I had never really looked back on with a sense of pride. But the experiences I had were rooted mainly in childhood, and I was led through these immense feelings of connecting with my inner child and looking at my journey so far as all stepping stones to where I am now. It was a realization that I never would have been here for this weekend. I never would have made these decisions to try my life as a writer if I hadn't done all of the things that I had done. I guess life isn't about rewriting what you've done. It's looking at it with a sense of perspective. It's recognizing how every day, every action, every interaction with someone else is all part of your journey. And for me, I was able to look at those things objectively and feel such immense gratitude for what opportunities I've been given throughout my life. So I go in to the rest of my life, I leave here feeling that everything is in my power, and that whatever will come, be it writing books, be it spending time with my family, being a good dad, all of these things, whatever that becomes of my life, that's what it's meant to be. I'm not going to put any expectation on myself, no pressure. I'm just going to enjoy the day in the now. And from the moment I walked in to this building, I was welcomed with a sense of genuine care. I remember one of our facilitators telling us during the ceremony that they really deeply cared about us as people, and I believed that, and I got that just through the way that they were with us, the very gentle approach to the experience, the feeling and the reassurance that anything we experience is fine. There is a place for everything. There's a place for you to cry, to laugh, to feel uncomfortable feelings, and that these people here, this is their driver is to support you through those experiences, because they themselves have gone on those journeys of transformation. So me, for someone who has kept myself very closely guarded for a long time, I was able to go into that childlike space knowing that I was going to be taken care of, and that's just a wonderful thing. I would just like to say just the most immense thank you to the people at Synthesis, because this is an experience which I will take away, and not just on a personal level will it improve my life, it will improve my interactions with my family, with my colleagues, with the world around me, and I'm just excited to go back out there and to make sense of it all, and just to make the best of my life going forward. So just a huge thank you.